Hey, Bethany.
Hey Charlie, how you doing?
Fantastic. Always excited to have you on as we talk about the market, what we're seeing, and what we're doing, and sharing a little bit of truth because there certainly is a lot of incorrect information out there in the media. But one thing that I will say to everybody, I don't know if you've felt it on your side, on the lender side. This is Bethany Bump. She's a mortgage loan officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. And on my side, I'm feeling a little bit of a slowdown here in the San Antonio area. We've got several listings that I think are priced right. I think they look great online. We did good pictures, signs straight in the yard. Everything is just the way we've always done it, and we've always gotten our homes sold. But these recent listings, Bethany, have had a little bit of a slowdown in showing traffic. And it's a little concerning, but it's also an opportunity to be creative and work a little harder and get our clients satisfied and their homes sold. And that's why I reached out to Bethany, just to get some ideas on the financing side, because there are some ways to really move the needle for buyers out there who are maybe a little slowed down by higher interest rates. We talked about it earlier, but I think it's definitely worth talking about again, the 2-1 buy down.
Yes, definitely. And it's such a popular tool that we're using right now. A lot of people, when their house is sitting for a little bit, because we're used to, a couple hours, let's
Yeah.
get this house sold from the past 2 years. But that doesn't necessarily mean there aren't buyers out there. So to help the fear for those higher interest rates, we're utilizing what we call a 2-1 buy down, as opposed to the seller just reducing the sales price, right? Because that a lot of times when you don't have these strategies for financing is, hey, let's take a price cut and we'll see what traffic that brings. But sometimes what people don't think about is using that same price cut that you would as a seller and just giving a credit towards the buyer using it for their rate. And so want to show kind of an example of what I'm talking about so that you can see in real dollars what that means. So can you see my screen over here on this flyer? Oh,
I see
perfect.
your flyer. Yeah.
Okay, so this is an example, real life example. The sales price on the home is about $350,000. A payment right now in current market conditions would be about $1,909 a month.
Okay.
If you did a $6,600 price reduction, then that brings your sales price closer to that 343 amount.
Okay. Yeah.
Bringing your principal and interest payment down $36 a month. So not super savings.
Yeah. So, and that's how the whole conversation started. And we're seeing builders in the San Antonio area offer these programs and really get a lot of sales. I've had several buyers myself take advantage of these from builders where they're saying, hey, don't worry so much about the price. Let's talk about how much it is a month to own this home. And so that's where I went to Bethany. I said, okay, you have a house. If I ask the seller to reduce their sales price by $6,600, it only adjusts that buyer's monthly payment by how much again?
It's about $36 a month.
So $6,600 out of my seller's pocket only benefits the buyer $36 a month. But what if we take that same $6,600, tell the buyer, hey, we'd like to use that money to buy down your interest rate. How much are we talking about a month in savings for that buyer with the same amount of money basically out of the seller's pocket?
Right. So same money out of seller's pocket. That year one on a 2-1 buy down reduces your interest rate 2% for your first year.
Okay.
So that, let's say 7.25 will go down to 5.25% for year one. So on the payment, you'll see that it goes from 1909, and I want to do the quick math for you, to 1545. So year one, you're saving $364 per month.
Wow.
Yes. So
Okay.
in total, that first year, you'll see the annual savings is at $4,365. On year 2, so month 13 of your payment, you will go up 1% from
Okay.
year 1, so 6.25%, which from current market conditions is still $186 a month for year 2. And then year 3 through 30, you would just be at the normal level that you would have been at in the beginning anyways. So you can see the big thing there is that the seller does have to contribute for your first 2 years of savings, which is what we see that 6,600 at. But you can see that the buyer is saving 6,600 out of their own pocket based on what current market conditions would be.
And that 3rd through 30th year payment, that is still just the same as if you had walked in and bought it at asking price today.
Exactly. And the hope is, if all of the economists are right, in the next 3 years, we will be able to refinance. Hopefully those rates come back down into, the 5s or 6s so that we can take advantage of that point of the lower rates, and we don't have to see year 3 through 30, but
Yeah,
you never know because we
exactly.
don't have that crystal ball.
And on these 2-1 buy downs, are you also working with those refinances in a couple of years at lower prices or lower fees on your side?
Absolutely. So for anybody that closes their purchase with me and my team at the bump team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, we are doing no lender refinances, good for up to 3 years after closing, which is just perfect for this 2-1 buy down, assuming that we can utilize that in the next few years.
Yeah, that's really great benefit. And it's good for the buyer because they're saving that money right now in anticipation of lower interest rates in the future. They can refinance with you at lower fees come 2 years from now, as long as you get that done within the next 3 years. And it really maximizes that contribution from the seller, as opposed to dropping their price and saving you $36 a month. They're going to contribute towards your buy down and save you literally hundreds a month. So whether you're working with us, you're working with another realtor, lender, whoever it is, I think these are options worth exploring because it's important that we keep the home sales cycle going. There are people out there who need to go to their new job in Las Vegas, which is one of the listings we have right now. They took the job and they're going, and it sure would be better if they didn't own a home in San Antonio during that time. So let's get creative. That's the message to our lender friends and our real estate friends, our buyers and sellers. Don't fight it. These are ways to help you get where you want to go. And Bethany, if somebody wants to look you up or have a conversation with you, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
They can just Google Bethany Bump Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and all of my information will pop up for them.
Always a great reminder. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Charlie.